In today's video, I want to address something that happened to me this morning. I woke up this morning and...
Yeah, I think everybody should report her channel, and I think she should get banned permanently.
Nadia has officially gone mad. In the span of just a few days, she has managed to successfully dox one of her own viewers, publish the worst apology video I've ever seen, and I mean that, seriously, it makes True Jordy's sad excuse of an apology video look like an award-winning film in comparison.
Bruh.
And then, after apologizing and having her ban revoked, she gets on stream and immediately jokes about doxing someone else, proving that she's not sorry at all for what she did. So just to give you guys some context, recently this girl named Nadia, who's been blowing up on Twitch over the last few months, decided to dox her own fan who actually donated money to her, all because of some anonymous troll lightly accusing her of cheating.
So I just want to say, Daddy Slayer, I know you used your name as Daddy Slayer and you said enjoy using cheats, but what you don't know is that when you send me money on PayPal, it actually gives me your full name. So Charlie,
Bruh.
thank you for the $1 dono, Charlie. I hope that for whatever reason you find actual time to do something in your fucking life, because now you look like a fucking idiot. Again, Charlie.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
In space, if anyone wants to know. Don't know, appreciate that. That will go towards my McDonald's Happy Meal fund. Appreciate that again, man.
Now, in that clip, obviously the doxing is censored, but she spells out the guy's entire last name, and I would assume some of her simp basement-dwelling followers actually went after the guy in one way or another, and obviously revealing someone's personal information to thousands of people while on a live stream, specifically in the malicious way that she was trying to do it, could potentially result in real-life consequences. And I'm pretty sure it's actually illegal. And then she goes on to tweet this garbage as if she's just oblivious to what's going on, like she has no concept of reality. But it's also really weird and confusing to me because this girl is only famous because she actually chose to be the villain and play into the cheating accusations.
A lot of people have been saying I'm using a foot pedal to enable my aimbot. What? So I am live right now doing a foot camera while I play the game.
That's fucking haram. That's atrocious. That's disgusting.
But then she gets so pissed at this one troll accusing her of cheating. I mean, almost every other TikTok of hers is the exact same thing. It's just her baiting that she's gonna come out as a cheater, then at the end she says, join my stream and watch.
I am back home from the COD Next event and I am dropping 40 and 50 bombs with my Cronus. That cut off. What I was gonna say is my controller. Don't believe me? Well, I am live right now.
And I guess that gets people to join, and some of them get millions of views on TikTok, and now she's one of the biggest Warzone streamers on Twitch as a result of doing this exact same thing over and over again. I don't get how in the world this works, but I'm no expert. And then, after getting backlash for the public doxing, she decided to post this terrible apology video titled Why I Got Banned on Twitch, which is a clickbait title, and it's also paired with a nice little clickbait thumbnail. First things first, the girl did not even get banned. That is a ridiculous statement in this context. Nadia actually got banned on Twitch for 14 days for doxing someone, which I'd personally consider a pretty reasonable punishment given that she did reveal someone's full name to thousands of people live, and I'm guessing that you could find the uncensored version of that clip somewhere online, which is horrible, but I guess she begged Twitch to unban her, and they listened, so she was only not allowed to stream for like 5.5 hours. That is not a ban, that's a break. Can we all acknowledge how easy it is to not stream on Twitch for 5 hours? Like, if you just walk your dog and go to the gym, you're done with half that time. Maybe if you want to go crazy, you could even throw in getting some Chipotle, and you're like an hour and a half away. But anyways, she clickbaited an apology video, which is just disgusting. You can't possibly be less sorry about anything if you're sitting there in your room strategizing the best possible title and thumbnail to get more sweet ad revenue from your apology video.
Oh my God!
Now, just to set something straight, I don't hate this girl because she allegedly cheats. Frankly, I don't care. She never killed me in Warzone. I don't understand people who click on every video she makes just to dislike it. In my opinion, if you really don't like someone's content, simply don't watch their videos, unless you're making a video on them, of course. So let's get into her actual apology video and see what makes this video so bad.
In today's video, I want to address something that happened to me this morning. I woke up this morning and I got a knock from my roommate, Dante, telling me that I was banned on Twitch. I was very confused. I really didn't understand what happened. I mean, I just woke up and to be honest, I thought he was like pranking me for a second. And
how dumb could you possibly be? You placed a camera in front of yourself and literally spelled out the guy's last name into a microphone on video to thousands of people, and you were confused as to why you were banned?
I was very confused. I really didn't understand what happened.
You couldn't possibly see any sort of rationale behind that decision. Either she's delusional or she's lying, because that is insane.
To my phone, with a bunch of messages saying that I was banned. I was terrified. Like, I can't imagine what I do in 2 weeks of not streaming. I love streaming. I don't even like to take days off because how much I love it. I look forward to this every day. So when I saw that, I genuinely was scared, and it was probably one of the most terrifying moments of my life. But because now you look like a fucking idiot.
If getting banned on Twitch for 2 weeks is one of the most terrifying moments of your life, you've lived an incredible life. What she's saying is basically nothing bad has ever happened to her, if that's true. Although I seriously doubt that. I would assume this is just her attempt at playing the victim card.
I got banned on Twitch for 14 days, and here's the reason. I got banned for sharing personal information about somebody. So I kept getting a donation that popped up on my stream labels, and it was a person that was sending me hate, and the name was anonymous, and they did it 4 times. I was confused because one, I'm just like, okay, the first time, I do get hate on donations sometimes because, they think it's funny to just have it pop up on the screen, and I usually do get that. It is not new, but I haven't had somebody do it 4 times.
One thing I will say is that I don't think this one guy she doxed is even the reason why she lashed out the way she did. I mean, this girl literally gets like 100 negative comments for every 10 positive ones. So I think she kind of just took her frustration out on that one guy who just happened to essentially be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, does that justify her actions? Absolutely not. But I'm just saying I think it was a buildup of resentment against hatred like this. And yes, she does play into it, so she plays a part in that. But from the troll's perspective, you gotta also remember how easy it is to not pay some random person online money just to insult them.
When I saw that, I was honestly really irritated, and in a moment of weakness, I said, when you get a donation on your phone, the name of the person pops up. So I said the person's first and last name. And I just want to point out that all I did was say his first and last name. I know that there's rumors going around that I leaked the address of the person, but I didn't. I only said their first and last name. But looking back at it and having the time to reflect, I realized that wasn't the best way to combat the hate. And I should have played into it how I normally play into like hate comments and stuff, how I troll them back, but I didn't. And like I said, in a moment of weakness, I kind of just said what was on my mind. And I realize now that I shouldn't have done that.
Not the cap.
That is just factually untrue. You didn't realize you shouldn't have done that. You faced 0 consequences for your actions and then went on stream as soon as you got unbanned and joked about doxing someone else.
Bitmoji detector. Thank you for the $1 dono. I appreciate that. Let's find out your real name. Lucas D-A-G.
No, God, please, no, no,
Lucas
no.
Daganus. Thank you so much for the $1 dono, man. I really appreciate that. I repeat, chat. Lucas Daganus. Lucas Daganus. Appreciate that, bro.
You're a donut. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. You're stupid.
That is absurd. I genuinely believe at this point her entire goal in life is to portray herself as unlikable as humanly possible to the general public. I really don't think she's a bad person, maybe I'm wrong, but it's like she turns on the camera and instantly turns into the Joker.
This year has been one of the craziest years of my life, and there's a lot of stuff that happened to me. With streaming, I blew up. My life has changed completely. And with that came a lot of good things, but then also, the hate that came along with it. And I mean, like, if you go look at my TikTok comments right now, they're mostly hate. And I do play into it. I'm not trying to play the victim card. What I'm saying is I'm still trying to learn from it. I made a mistake, and I do apologize to Twitch, and I appreciate them for unbanning me, by the way. Thank you very much. And I want to continue this. And I know when continuing this, I'm going to continue getting more hate. So I need to learn how to deal with this. And I'm going to. And I appreciate everyone that still supports me and understands that I am human. I don't know where I'd be without you guys. Like I said, I really appreciate everyone who supports me. And I'm sorry if I let you guys down today. I promise I won't do that again. And I'm still learning. Thank you. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.
You don't need to learn how to deal with this type of thing. This whole thing could have been avoided if you simply just hadn't have doxed the guy. And then she says, I'm gonna learn how to deal with this. Why? Like, you're already famous. Just make good content for a long time and most people will like you eventually, unless you do dumbass things like dox random people who paid you money to slightly accuse you of hacking. If you keep doing that, yeah, you're gonna keep making terrible apology videos like this.
Because now you look like a fucking idiot.
This girl lacks self-awareness to the level that she ends her apology video like this.
Thank you. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.
Why are we going to see you in the next apology video? Why in the world would you say that if you're truly sorry? Also, that was the entire apology video. Not once does she even apologize to the actual human being that she doxed, proving yet again that she's not actually sorry at all. This is just damage control to her. That also produces her income, and at least the damage control aspect isn't working. Now, the reaction to this whole situation has been incredibly polarizing. We have people like this dude AsmonGold, who's apparently one of the biggest Twitch streamers on the platform, actually encouraging people to mass report her and saying that she should be permanently banned.
Yeah, I think everybody should report her channel, and I think she should get banned, perma. For sure. At least like for a few months. Like, absolutely.
Which in my opinion is just not right at all. I mean, I just can't imagine being a content creator, spending thousands of hours on building a large platform just to have people like this wish that you get permanently banned and lose all that work that you've put in because you did one thing wrong. To me, that just doesn't make sense. I get it from a viewer's perspective, but if you're out there doing the exact same job as someone else, in my opinion, you really shouldn't be going out of your way to encourage your own fans to mass report anyone unless they're like a child predator or even worse, a crypto scammer. At that point, you've stooped to Nick is not green, soy boy levels of SJW, and that is a truly horrific thing, trust me. And look, if she had said something like go to this guy's house and inflict pain upon him, that's a call to action. Obviously, in that case, she should get permanently banned. But if she just said his name and not his address or anything, I do think the initial decision of 14 days is fair, maybe even a month, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one making that decision. We gotta keep in mind this girl, although she's playing into it, was releasing months and months of built up frustration on that one guy, and AsmonGold should be able to relate to that as a fellow Twitch streamer. And on the other hand, 5 hours for doxing someone is a truly terrible decision on Twitch's behalf. There does have to be some sort of consequences for your actions. Even if you're her biggest simp, I think we can all admit what she did is not okay. You can't just steal something from a store, get caught on video, and just say, sorry, and walk out and leave. That's not how this works. But Twitch has always been trash with their bans. Jadeon got permanently banned for talking trash about Pokimane one time. Sneeko, who I don't even like, got permanently banned after streaming for like 10 minutes for no reason, which is just absurd. But some girl gets railed on camera on their own platform and she gets banned for 3 days. This website truly does not make sense, and it just goes to show how degenerate of a platform Twitch.com truly is. After watching some of her content, I don't think Nadia is an unlikable person. I don't know if she's cheating or not, but she gets absolutely destroyed on basically every video she posts on YouTube in terms of dislikes, and I think that's only because she actually plays into the fact that people call her out for cheating, and that gets her more publicity. She feeds into the hate, and although I respect the fact that she's made it this far doing that, I don't think she can take the hate as well as she thinks she can, because at the end of the day, she's human, and by posting this type of terrible apology video, and then joking about what she got banned for immediately after being unbanned, I think that hatred for her is just going to continue to grow and grow. If she just made good COD content and stayed away from this type of garbage, her viewership would probably grow immensely and in a less toxic way. But who am I? I'm no expert, but also please, for the love of God, don't hate watch people. That is just really weird to me. I've not once watched someone's content who I personally disliked, unless I was making a video on them. Watch stuff that's going to improve your day and your state of mind, not just piss you off. That seems like a recipe for mental illness if you ask me, but that's just what I think. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. Other than that, I'll let Nadia do the outro.
Thank you. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.